Okay, back for real. Side note, Nona never has ever used capers in my entire life. And the recipe called for 1 tablespoon of capers and to rinse them. So being the piggy that I am, and this is what I get, I ate one. It was disgusting. Rinse very well. Rinse these very well. Don't taste them. Now, once you put all the other ingredients, they really taste good on the sandwich. But I wouldn't suggest these things. They're evil. Okay. All right, sweetie. Now that I've made a mess, maybe by next week, this will get done. So we're going to make it's like a relish. You put the olives and the capers, it says, and all that other good stuff in first. So I am going to get the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Make sure you rinse your tablespoon too, because I don't want whatever is that disgusting vinegar. I don't know. Poo poo poo. So now I forgot to lower the camera. So let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh my. I don't know. Miss Lily, what are you going to do with me? I don't know what I'm going to do with me. Oh, glad Grandpa Gary's at work. So I thought this would be a good chance for me to do this. All right. Food Network, here we come. All right. We've got our 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Actually 2. And then it says 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, which I grew up with. My grandmother used to make this really good dressing. She never in her life bought store-bought dressing, never. And I have never been good at trying to copy her talent. Looks a little strange, but okay. Sorry for my head again. Oh, okay. I am looking for a little spatula. Okay, I got it. So I hope you're looking forward to Christmas. I am missing you guys terribly, but I have to share. I know Abuelita will have a very Merry Christmas, and I know you guys will make everything special for her. Okay, here are the demon capers. You're supposed to chop finely. Not a problem. Not a problem. Get these things as small as you can. Well, Mommy can. Oh, back to Mommy. She loved her Italian sandwiches. And at Christmas, Nona started a tradition that we would have Italian sandwiches at our Christmas. And hopefully you will do the same. And I think I killed that enough. So let's try adding that in. I can't think of anything to say as far as stories go. Okay, it called for black pepper and it's over here. So just do like a couple little turns of the black pepper. Stir this up really well. Don't use a lot of pepper. Gets stuck in my throat. Okay. We need, it says a 1/2 cup of olives. Nona's weakness is olives. I can't stop eating them once I start eating olives. I don't know if you like olives or not. But we always had Italian olives. and they were wrinkly and black, and they had pits in them, but they're so good. And Nona was trying to find the most authentic ingredients that I could. So when I went to Kroger, I got this, I don't know, salami. It's a kind of salami. And usually I get Genoa, which is an old, standard, inexpensive salami. But since I needed such a small amount, I got this real expensive imported salami. I had a piece last night, of course, and it was fabulous. And I will say the name for Mommy so she could add it to her list. Now, Mommy doesn't like mortadella. Mortadella is Italian ham, like lunch meat. Mommy just says it's disgusting and it tastes like bologna, so she calls it Italian bologna, which is funny because when I buy it, I always think of Mommy and what she said. But I don't care what she says because it's still one of Nona's favorite Italian deli meats. All right, we chopped those finely enough, maybe a little more. Hopefully this comes out good. Now, because Nona is cheap when it comes to Nona, and I didn't want to spend the $14 for a 2-pound weight, which I probably will get after Christmas, because you can use it to make all kinds of things, and you need to weight the sandwich down. So you could help Mommy find, I got 2 large cans of pineapples, so I'm going to use that, but just enough to make it, you know, a little flat. All right, let's see. Vinegar. Okay, we need 2 large pepperoncini. Pepperoncini is just like a non-spicy pepper, Italian pepper. Banana peppers. But when I was growing up, it was always, get the pepperoncini, get the ciabatta, get this, get that. I was always the getter. Or my grandmother, so I don't want to put too many in. I didn't buy special pepperoncini just to cut up. So again, my cheapness rang through. I'm trying to save money to finish my Christmas. And we are gonna risk going to Michigan and see Thea Julie. And she is going in the Navy. So this will probably be the last time I see her for a few months. And I want it to be special. And even though it's the pandemic, Grandpa Gary and Nona will be very careful making food for the way so we don't have to stop anywhere. We're staying at a nice hotel nearby Julie, where they have nice people there, and not a bunch of people that smoke cigarettes. That's gross. Last year when we stayed in Michigan, that's what we had to smell for a whole week. Okay, it calls for lettuce, but I'm not putting lettuce in. I believe, it calls for roasted a jar, but I'm not gonna put a jar in. 12 ounces, gee whiz. That's an awful lot of red peppers. I don't know, I'm not going to put as much, so I'm just going to use this little cheese thingy. It comes in handy, actually, that Mommy bought Nona for the charcuterie board, which Mommy did such a beautiful job on. I like the way she did that. And let's see, so we're going to chop this up too. Now, because I had to get Grandpa Gary's lunch ready late last night because his hours changed for working on a Sunday, I didn't do this ahead of time, but I would do this like the night before just so everything marinates. My grandpa used to say, make your sauce early and let it sit overnight so they can get married. And I thought, married? What does he mean? But what that means is so they can, all the ingredients sort of combine to the flavors, and it'll be more delicious. He's very smart about that stuff. My grandpa liked to cook. when my grandmother got sick later on in years, he was the main cook, and he was actually good at it. And I think he kind of liked it, and he liked pleasing everyone. Okay, let's see. I don't see anything else that we forgot. I know this Italian seasoning came in somewhere. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Okay, so I'm going to cheat. Adds for a little, no. Then it also adds for salt, which I don't have. So I got this at Aldi's, and it's Italian herb grinder here. But you gotta be very careful because the salt, it is very salty. So I don't wanna like put a ton in. I made my homemade garlic bread for Grandpa Gary and I one night, and I put some imported smoked cheese on it, and it was so good, but it was a bit salty, and so I didn't eat a whole lot of that. So now we're gonna mix it, and it doesn't call for garlic either. So now I'm going to get his teaspoon and taste it. Now, a real Italian would just get a piece of bread and stick it in the juice and sop it up. That was a big deal too. Oh, bueno, very good, yummy. It would be much better if you did let it sit overnight. I'm convinced of that. It looks a little watery too, but I am assuming the bread's gonna soak that up. Okay. The rest of this production will be easy because I'm good at making a sandwich. All right, so now, shoot. Get rid of that. More dishes to do. The love of my life, dishes. Okay, I'm gonna get the bread. Now it's calling for the whole thing, but I'm not really sure I want to do that because it's just Grandpa Gary and I. Grandpa Gary has been really finicky lately, which means he's just like really picky. And it's hard for me to fix food and then throw it in the basura, which I think I must have thrown away at least $100 worth of food over the last week and a half. Most of the stuff that we made I'm cutting the ends off. Save the ends, don't waste. And I don't know what I'd use them for. Maybe with some butter, that's always good. You can really get creative and save them even for breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs or croutons, or I know Mommy doesn't have the time to cook and Poppy does. Somebody there will cook. All right, now you're supposed to hollow out the bread, and I'm about to find out why they called for the bread that they did. So, hint, you never submerge your wood cooking block in water. If you must clean it, you clean it with a little bit of soap and water and dry it right away because it'll warp the wood. Okay, well, so now you're gonna, this is good duck food or goose food. You're gonna pick out like make a little hole in the middle. Ooh, the best kind of squishy bread. Ooh, squishy bread. Okay, now I don't want to do too much because this isn't the thick bread that they suggested, and now I know why. But I still am happy with the bread choice. So you just want to make it kind of like deep enough so the relish is going to stay put. Okay, now we're going to add in what we just made. Kind of drain off some of that liquid because the last thing anyone wants to eat is a big old soggy Italian sandwich. Okay, let's see. And then you're supposed to at least give it 2 hours in the fridge or overnight. And sorry, clean hands. Just want to make sure I have enough for both sides. You know, I think you're going to make this, you probably want to double up on this stuff for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too generous with it, but I think this is what really makes the sandwich. I really do. But this won't be the last muffalella. I can't say it. Muffalella. La la la. Good night. Okay. You know, when you guys go to your cabin retreat, this would be a really good sandwich to bring along, I would think. Okay. Get all the oil. It's really quite oily. And I'm loving my new apron. See, my new apron. I know you don't like aprons, but Nona likes aprons. And one of these days, you're gonna wear an apron and you're going, oh, my Nona. At least you better. You better. Never forget the one and only Nona. She's so special. That's funny. Okay. Now I have prosciutto. I'm not a real big fan of prosciutto. It tastes a little strong. It tastes like fresh pig. And if you've ever had fresh pig, it doesn't taste like the ham that you get in the store. It has a stronger taste. And that strength is what Nona doesn't like. Now, okay, what is this stuff? Bianco di Oro salami. Ooh, from Kroger. You guys don't have Kroger, but yes, that is the bomb. Okay, and mortadella, aka Italian bologna. Okay, in the mortadella, some have pistachios if you get lucky. You'll see these little black pepper things. No bueno. You don't want those. And all you're going to do now is build the sandwich, which is so fun. And yes, you're allowed to roll it up like this and shove it in your mouth. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not hungry. I already had a half a sandwich. And Nona is trying to lose weight. I'm working out with this 15-pound bar my doctor gave me, which is hysterical. He told me not to carry it because I had just gotten a shot in my arm because my arm, Nona pulled out some tendons, which are these little fibers that kind of hold everything together. I don't know what happened there. It just started hurting. I didn't do anything. Okay, enough of my sad medical story. But anyway. Okay, put that away. Now I guess I'm going to try some of this prosciutto. It's very, very thin and it comes with this little paper behind each one. And the paper is good too because some of the lunch meat, it gets moisture and then it just doesn't taste good at all. Now, because I'm building a sandwich, again, I'm cheapola. I just bought, I know Aldi sells them, these packages of Italian cold cuts. So I would just get a couple of those and really you can pick out your own meat. You know, I know you guys like pepperoni. You could put spicy salami, anything you really want. But I am putting this prosciutto. Whew. And let's see, that's about it, because like Nona said, it's not my best meat. Okay, this is sopressata. I can't say it right, I'm sure. And this is, I know for sure, in the Aldi's deli meat thing, because I buy it when I go to Aldi's. But lately, they've been selling out of it, since nobody really goes shopping anymore. Okay, and it too has these black seeds in it. And you just, I mean, if you miss one, it's okay. It's just you'll know it when you get it because it's hard and it's not spicy. It's just peppery. For some reason, it just doesn't taste very good. Okay, now let's try this awesome like salami stuff. It's little, so I guess that's nice to put on. You could probably put pastrami, any really nice meat you like. You could get a little crazy and make like an Italian dip sandwich, which is the bread that we're using, and you just slow cook beef with the pepperoncini, those banana peppers, and then you add the shredded meat on after it's all done. It's super good. I used to get those too. Oh, and I need scissors with greasy hands. Yuck, yuck. And when you get old, things are a little more challenging, so these little zipper things just don't get it for Nona. Not at all. So I always use my own bags because, as you can see, the struggle is real. Today is not a day that goes easy. So now I don't have to worry about it. I can actually open the doggone thing and see what I'm doing. Now, Nona's favorite item in the kitchen for sealing stuff is this wrap. But again, I gotta wash my hands because they're really greasy. Oh, Dawn will get rid of that. And yeah, grease stuff is kind of a pain. I don't know. You know, what if I should add more? I'll add a little bit more cheese. Can't have enough cheese. All right, so I added more cheese, and now we're gonna put it here on top. And now I am going to set it aside because I've got all these crumbs, and just knock it in the sink, get all the crumbs out. And then I will get the wrap that I like, and you know, Abuelita likes it too. And let's see. You're gonna have to wrap the whole sandwich, so I would go the length of your cookie sheet or pan. All right, that looks good. This stuff works amazing. It's waterproof. It'll seal up a boo-boo if you get one, and just wrap your boo-boo with this and it won't get all wet and messy if you have to keep a bandage on. So you get this. Oh, that worked out perfect. All right. I like it when a plan comes together. Seal it really good. Okay, see how it sticks? It stays pretty well. It's a little hard with the olive oil. And just press down is what I would do. Okay, just sort of give it the old squisharoo. Now, let's see, what do I have to weight it down? I said I had pineapple, but I don't feel like going in the closet and bending over and all that other good stuff. You know what? I'm going to use this because I never use it. It's a mallet, like for tenderizing stuff, but I don't get the point. That would tenderize, but then you get all this meat stuck in there, so I would always use the flat side. So I'm going to use that to sort of smush it down. And I'm going to have to get those Bay-O cans. Ooh, look what I found. I found ragu. Yay, that's perfect. See, it fits perfect. Perfect. Making Grandpa Gary spaghetti. He doesn't like the Aldi sauce. Then last time I didn't have enough sauce. So this time I said the heck with it. And I just got ragu. So I'm putting it in the fridge. And we will see how it turns out. Okay, kid. We did it. Whoop. We made muffaletta. Yeah. I'll let you know how it turns out. I love you. I love you. I love you.